Hello YouTube people, in today's video I'm going to show you a very impressive looking watch from Militado called ML16, and I'm gonna compare in the Lume segment of the video how this watch looks like next to some other watches from Militado, because well, it's just fun playing with watches, so we're gonna do that. Okay, and also as always I'm gonna try how this watch looks like on a bunch of custom straps. This video is sponsored by Militado. Militado has sent me this watch for the video and I get to keep it. Thank you, Militado. Specifications and measurements which I have done myself, like always. This watch of the bracelet like that weighs just 51 grams. As for a diving style watch, it's a very lightweight watch. Diameter of the bezel is 38.9 millimeters. Diameter of the case, if I measure right there like that, I get 38.1 millimeter. Lug to lug distance 45.8, lug width is 20, thickness 10.3 millimeters. Inside, in this particular model, we have VH31 quartz movement with the sweeping second hand. This watch has flat sapphire crystal with clear anti-reflective coating, which does a rather decent job given the fact in mind that it has black dial underneath. It has 120 click bezel, which sounds simply wonderful. It has 200 meters of water resistance together with a screw down crown and screw down case back. And this watch is sandblasted with some kind of special anti-fingerprint coating, which actually does work. I see no fingerprints. And it comes on this bracelet, which has solid links, solid end links. Links are connected with screws, and it has solid metal clasp, and this bracelet tapers down to 16 millimeters. That's how this watch looks like on my 16.5 centimeter wrist or 6.5 inches wrist. And in order to resize this bracelet for myself, I had to remove 4 links, and as you can see, these links are connected with screws. Let me actually undo one screw to show you how it looks like. Okay, so this is, hold on a second, this is how the screw looks like. The threading is next to the head. Okay, let me screw it back in place before I lose it. Okay, as you see, it's very easy to resize this bracelet for yourself. Okay, and now let's check how many links there are still left to remove, in case if you have smaller wrist and you are wondering. So I've set on the second hole on the clasp, and on this side I can still remove 2 links, and on this side I can remove, as it seems, 2 links as well. So 2 links on both sides can be still removed. So if you have smaller wrists, you're gonna be fine. Now the fitment inside lugs looks like this. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible. You know, you need to take a very good look up close to even see that the contour of lugs and the first link is not the same. You know, the curvature is a little bit not the same, but it's not terrible. I mean, generally speaking, you don't even see that unless you take a very good look. Now the finishing of the bracelet, as the watch itself and the clasp, is sandblasted and has this kind of anti-fingerprint coating. I don't know about that, but all I can tell you that this thing looks silk smooth. It shines like silk, and it also feels silk smooth to touch. This thing, it's very nice thing to touch. It definitely doesn't show any fingerprints, and it has no sharp edges whatsoever. On the clasp as well, this is milled clasp, solid metal clasp. It says, as you can see, stainless steel, even though it does look very much like titanium, but it's, well, it's stainless steel. And on the shelf of the clasp, no sharp edges inside, and it locks in place very nicely, doesn't move at all. It feels very precisely made, and it's very slim and still has plenty of adjustment holes, pushers. No free plane pushers. Like, this thing is nicely done, man. This thing is nicely done. It's a nice thing to touch, and it looks awesome. I really love this shine of this metal. It looks cool. This thing is just nice thing to touch, like some kind of fidgeting toy. Sometimes you can take it off and just play with between your fingers with this watch. It's like it has very nice articulation, this bracelet. Side to side flexibility looks like this if you care about that. And the articulation is like, man, this thing is just nice thing to play. Now this bezel has several good things and several bad things. Let me start with the bad things. So the bad thing is that I think it is a little bit misaligned. Let me show you up close. As you can see, it is sitting a little bit towards the right. I probably need to add extra click, right? And if I add extra click, it's definitely one click off right now. So let's try to set it once again. Okay, let's try to get it centered. Okay, one more click. Well, one more click. It's off to the right. Maybe one more click. No, now it's definitely one click off. So okay, it is misaligned. Now another thing is the stiffness of this bezel. It's not bad. It's semi-decent stiffness. I just wish it was a little bit stiffer. Okay, I still wish it was a little bit stiffer. Now, about good things. Good thing is that the action, the way it feels with my fingers turning it right now, it's like a very, very satisfying fidgeting toy. It's so satisfying. Each individual click is very, very noticeable. It's very, you know, the whole watch is vibrating while I'm turning this bezel. It's like some kind of very tough ratcheting tool. That's how it feels like. And the way it sounds, let me try to record it. Well, to the sound alone, I give it 10 out of 10. Easy 10 out of 10. It has very distinctive low kind of sound. It's like it doesn't sound tinny. Like it sounds the opposite of tinny. I really love how it sounds. And another nice thing about this bezel is that this metal shine overall. I really love how it shines. And this bezel is flat. As you can see, this bezel, well, is it? It's nearly flat, I would say, and I really love how it shines. It definitely shines very, very nicely. I just love having this watch on my wrist, and when I look at the mirror, it's like sometimes all you see, especially in a dim light, is this bezel just shining through the darkness. It's like, it looks really good. Now let me show you the crown and quality control of the crown. So this is how it looks like. It sits behind those crown guards, and I kind of wish it was a little bit larger. It feels a little bit smallish. I would say visually it is well proportioned for this watch, but using this crown is a little bit annoying. Good thing is that this watch is just, you know, quartz and it doesn't have date, so I ain't gonna use this crown too many times, right? Just basically set it and forget it. Anyway, this is a screw down crown, and generally speaking, it's not that hard to use. If I have to squeeze it a little bit, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Now, speaking about quality control, what I always check with the crown is the alignment of hands. By the way, the ratio, the way setting the time is wonderful. Very slow ratio. It feels very nicely damped. This crown dampened. Oh, sorry for my English. You know what I mean. It has very nice resistance. Okay, this crown. Also, let's set on exactly 6. The alignment, as you can see, is perfect. Let's take a good look at the case finishing, how it looks like. And for this, I actually don't need this cloth because it has some kind of anti-fingerprint coating, and it doesn't show fingerprints or smudges, you know. So that's nice. It actually feels very nice to touch. It's like, I know, this kind of texture, it just feels very smooth to touch. So anyway, let's take a better look. That's how lugs look like. They have these edges chopped off. They feel nice to touch. The bezel from up close, as you can see, it has this radial pattern, you know, going from the middle. Some kind of brushing that looks nice. The engraving and everything on the bezel looks very nicely done. Very nicely done. The case itself now, on the back there is nothing to show. The sharpness on the bottom, I wouldn't call those edges sharp, even inside lugs and very corners. I believe that's because this watch is sandblasted. I guess sandblasting also dulls down the edges and corners a little bit, so I wouldn't call it sharp. It's actually nice, and I love how slim it is. This thing is slim. By the way, how much was it's 10.3 millimeters. As for a diving style watch, 10.3 millimeters in thickness, not much at all, not much. It's slim. It's actually very noticeable when this watch is on the wrist that it looks somewhat special because of that, because of the slimliness. It looks rather special. I really like that. Yeah, so simple but very nicely done. For the Lume shot, let me show you several watches from Militado that I currently have. So first of all, this watch loses straight away. Lume on this watch is just not very good. Another one, this one, well, the rest actually pretty good. This one surprisingly good, given the fact that the numbers and hands are pretty slim, so there isn't much of an area for Lume, but the Lume is actually very good quality. All the same color and intensity, looks beautiful, and it actually lasts till the morning, no problem. Now this is actually the winner because there is plenty of Lume. It's pretty strong. Well, it's actually very strong, and color and intensity is the same. It looks really good. This one is really good. This one is not the best. Well, the Lume technically is actually very good on this watch. Lasts till the morning, no problem whatsoever. Easy to read the time on this watch even in the morning, so it's actually strong, long-lasting Lume. The problem is that hands and indices are not the same color. It's like intensity is actually the same, but hands are a little bit darker blue while indices are a little bit brighter blue. And interesting thing is that once I charge this watch, when it is fully charged, it's very noticeable, but a half hour in and I no longer see the difference. They even out after around 30 minutes, so they all look the same after 30 minutes. But in the morning, hands actually look a little bit weaker than the indices. They are still strong, they are still easy to see. It's just in the morning indices are actually a little bit stronger than the hands. So when I turn on the lights back, another problem is about mismatched Lume is that hands are actually brighter, noticeably brighter than the indices. And kind of, I don't really care too much about that, to be honest, because, well, in my point of view, when hands are a little bit brighter than indices, it's not a big problem. It's not bad, because, well, hands are supposed to show time, so it's fine. If indices were brighter than the hands, that would be a problem for me, because that technically just doesn't look right. But when hands are actually brighter than indices, it's like, I don't know, I don't really complain about that. I just want to point out that the hands are actually brighter than indices. So for some people it's gonna be a deal breaker, I'm pretty sure about that. But generally, I must say, in person, in real life, you wear this watch several hours in and you forget about that. So brighter hands, for me, it's not really that much of a trouble. And since I have a bunch of Militado watches on the table, I just want to show you quickly all around, just remind you how they look like. I don't know, just for fun, why not? Since we have a bunch of watches on the table, let's mess around, let's play a little bit. So this one is also available with sweeping quartz movement. It also has very strong militaristic vibe, also looks nice. It's for my small wrist, small watch, looks great. Love this green dial, very lovely watch. I just wish Lume on this watch was a little bit stronger. Now this one is wonderful, simply wonderful. It has very strong vintage cool character. Absolutely love this watch. And one thing that really stands out, quite figuratively and literally, the sapphire crystal on this watch. Just look how this thing looks like. I love the shape. I love that the bezel on this watch is slim and this crystal is standing out so much while still being flat in the middle. It looks so cool. I really love these shapes and proportions, and overall the design of this watch is just so beautiful. I really love the style like this. And look, in front of this orange light, this watch just Absolutely love this thing. This thing is awesome. This watch is just unbelievable. Really like it. This one as well. This one is also one of my favorites. It's a little bit big for me, I would say, but when it is sitting on my wrist, I don't feel discomfort. I feel that this watch is a little bit kind of heavy, but besides that, it feels fine, and I just absolutely love how it looks like. It also has this militaristic tool style vibe, and overall I just like it. It's a very good watch, just straight up good watch. Now the fun part of the video, how this watch looks like on some custom straps. I haven't tried it out yet, so this is first for me as well. In my opinion, this watch looks wonderful on this original bracelet, and I usually don't like bracelets, but this one actually feels great. I have worn this watch with this bracelet for a couple of days already, and I can't complain. It's actually great and looks great. But you know, after a while, sooner or later, you're still gonna get a little bit bored of the original looks, and you wanna try how it looks on custom straps. So here I come to help you, to give you some, you know, ideas, and I must say I really like how it looks like on green, tropical style silicone strap. And by the way, these straps you can find on my website, thomaswatchreviews.com. Yeah, this combination is really beautiful. I really like it. There is something about this watch that it has a little bit of a vintage vibe. Well, at least for me personally, it does have a little bit of a vintage vibe. And that's why I think it looks great on a vintage style straps like this one. I think it looks great. It matches this watch really nicely. Really nicely. Very nice combination, I must say. Some of you have been complaining about this orange background light, so I'm gonna be turning it on and off sometimes, okay? Just for you, so just for people who are complaining. Anyway, I think this combination also looks great. This is gray FKM rubber strap, which I haven't added to my website yet, and I'm not sure if I will, because it's a rather expensive one, and I'm not sure if it's really worth the money. But one thing I can tell you for sure, it looks really beautiful. And it's actually very comfortable. It's very comfortable. It shapes this oval shape around my wrist. Look, let me show you. Once you lock it in place, it gets into this oval shape, and that's why it feels very comfortable. And yeah, this is beautiful. So for now, I'm not adding it yet to my website because it's a bit expensive, but I will add extra link in the video description if you are interested in. This is a retro all wax discoloration leather strap, which has this very strong aging effect, and I think it looks very cool on this watch. It's a very cool combination. I think it looks awesome. It looks great. It looks great. Now I want to tell you one thing that you must know, is that there isn't much of a gap between lug holes and the case itself. So this strap barely fit. It is rubbing into the case quite a bit. So if you wanna put some thick straps on this watch, that might not be possible. You might gonna need to use curvy spring bars for this watch. But good thing about that is that there is no visual gap. You know, the strap is literally touching the case. So I like that. I like that there are no gaps. I think it looks great. By the way, I just randomly decided to measure the original spring bars, and they are 1.8 millimeter in diameter. So they are rather beefy spring bars. That's nice. But the problem with these original beefy spring bars is that there is just not enough gap to pass through a nylon strap. And I have some slimmer spring bars. This one is 1.4 millimeter. And this one is actually usable with nylon straps. It's still a squeeze to pass through a nylon strap, but with this one it's actually possible. So anyway, that's how it looks like on this shiny green nylon strap. And I really like how it looks like. It looks awesome. It gives off a very cool vibe. It looks just great, just great. Very, very nice combination and very comfortable. This slim profile on nylon straps works really nicely. You know, a slim watch on nylon straps, it's just nice. Looking good. This gray nylon strap, yeah, it also looks really good on this metallic watch. It also gives off some kind of metallic shine a little bit, so it matches really nicely, I must say. Looking really good. Man, this watch is so much fun. All kinds of different straps, and it looks just great no matter the strap. This is a militaristic nylon strap, elastic one, as you can see. And yeah, militaristic straps on this watch look just great. I mean, overall, just look at this watch. The watch itself looks impressive. It's a really good looking watch, this one. Oh yeah, looks very good. Very nice. This is the same strap, except this one is gray. And I actually like this one better. I just, you know, in general like gray straps. They look great on many watches. This one especially. This watch has this metallic shine and it looks really good on a gray strap. Looks awesome. I mean, okay, let's not rush. Let's just take your time and look at this thing. This thing looks so good. Yeah, absolutely love looking at this thing. So what can I tell you for the ending of this video? Well, this watch looks awesome and it feels very nice to touch, you know, and play around with this watch. It's very nice. The bezel also feels awesome to play around. It's very clicky, it's very loud, and it's very satisfying. And yeah, this watch has some room for improvements, but it is already a wonderful watch. It's already a very nice thing to have. And this bracelet is awesome. It fits this watch very well and feels great. But as you just saw, this watch is so nice on many custom straps. It's so much fun. So anyway, I just realized I haven't played with the lights very much in this video, so let me just quickly show you how this watch looks like in different lighting conditions. And at the very end of the video, I'll show you how this watch looks outdoors in the sunlight. And I mean, I love how this surface, how this finishing on the metal shines. It shines so nicely, especially look at this bezel. I know, I just in general love shiny things, I guess, I don't know, but this thing is just, yeah, let's just play around a little bit more, maybe how it looks in a dim light, you know, in the reflections of light. Yeah, I really like this watch. I really like this watch. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.